doing, doesn't he?
Done a few of these.
Martyn, are you there?
I'm here. Hang on, I'm somewhere else, mate.
Who's screenshotting here? What's going on?
At the bottom, there should be a camera button. If you just press that camera, that's it. Look.
I couldn't know what a nice dog called, mate.
All right.
How do you flip it?
No, that's right. That's on your face.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, man?
Oh, hang on.
That's your hand, Martyn.
That's it. Done.
It's a good job you're better at driving than you are doing this.
So, everybody who's watching, this is Lockdown Beers with Paul Cunnington and Martyn Cowley, the two boys who were battling it out in semi-pro last year.
Done it a few times, didn't we?
Didn't work out good for me, to be fair, but yeah, it did.
Did you keep losing that battle, Paul?
Yes, I did. Thank you, Matthew.
I'll try not to keep bringing that up for you.
That were one of my questions, but you might as well get into it now. How many times did you two actually battle last year?
Three times. Fine.
You what, sorry?
3 times, like different battles, then a one more time battle.
Right.
And what's the end result? How many wins?
3
to me and 1 draw.
3-2 and a draw.
So you basically annihilated him then, yeah?
I was underpowered though, you know what I mean?
Excuse books out.
Good battles. There were some good battles.
Yeah.
So, what have we been doing on lockdown, boys?
Working. I haven't stopped. I've been on that new NEC Nightingale Hospital. So I have stopped. We're doing quite a bit of work actually. I ended up getting Gala Performance involved as well. Over there, we did like a big testing centre. So thanks to Matt really, because of that contact. We ended up getting like all the testing stuff that you're hearing about now, which is all sort of happening. That's partly because of them, really. So yeah, been flat.
So they're under the Gala Performance gazebo.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. We had about 40 of them, literally. I had a conversation with Ryan, I think it was at about 11 o'clock at night, something like that, and says, look, I need 40 gazebos and I need them in the next 24 hours. And I says, if you can't produce, I need somebody who can. And he did it. Can't knock him, I played to him. So yeah, been busy.
What colour did you go for?
Well, we had to go for silver, black, and white because we didn't have all the same colour sort of thing. But yeah, it's savage, it's brilliant. So yeah.
So not only you doing a bit of key work, one of the BDC sponsors has also looked at with the whole COVID situation.
You ain't kidding, yeah, definitely. Good stuff, really, good stuff. But yeah, flat out.
So what have you been doing, Martyn?
I've been trying to make a camper van out of my van.
Important jobs, yeah?
The car's almost done. I've just got mapping and alignment to do, then we're good to go, really. Yeah, I've been trying to do a bit of woodwork in my van, so I ain't got to do.
What do you do as a day job, Martyn?
I'm a machinist, so we do Formula 1 stuff. So all the stuff
cool.
teams ain't got time to do comes to us.
Nice, very good.
It sounds a lot better than it is, but yeah, it is good.
So did you make any winning parts? Mike Walton was telling us that he made manifolds for the winning Formula 1 cars.
I make a lot of parts, but you'd be surprised how many parts go on the shelf and don't get used. So they order like 5 or 10 parts, then they get an update, then them 5 or 10 parts get chucked in the bin, then the new...
That's just what they're telling you, Martyn. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an update.
You made them wrong.
Yeah, they've got like 2 inspections to go through, so... it's all right.
What, they keep failing?
So do you want to tell us a bit about your drifting history, where you started, what got you into it, coming up to now?
So started about 7 years ago. One of my friends got an S14, and I thought it was awesome, and I thought I need one of them. So I went to look at an S13, and on test drive, the gearbox blew up. The bloke wouldn't let me buy it. I was like, I'll buy it still, just give me it cheaper, and he wouldn't let me have it. So the next day, we went down to High Wycombe and bought an S14, which is what I got now. It's my first ever drift car.
Same one. That's good.
And on test drive it was good. Then on the way back, the clutch went. So,
I can see a theme here, mate. If each car breaks, it's not always the car's fault.
Yeah, if you ever want to buy a car, don't take Martyn Cowley to look at it.
Yeah.
Look at it with you.
I wasn't old enough to drive it back. My insurance had to be 21. I was only 20.
Right.
Yeah, got it back. Then being a 21-year-old in an S14, you know what happens there, don't you?
Crashed it.
Crashed it.
No, I didn't crash it. I hit a few curbs, to be honest, but I went to Birmingham Wheels Day and done a good day, and I hit the wall a little bit.
What, on your first drift day?
Yeah. I only smashed a light. I didn't do much damage, but after that I thought it was really good. Got a bug, then I'm only 5 minutes from Santa Pod, so I went to Santa Pod a few times, enjoyed. Then my first ever drift, like proper drift down a track, I'd say, was Liddon Hill, and I think it was a bash weekend, so we had a guy. It was all right. It was in group 3 or 4, and everyone kept spinning out. We thought it was rubbish. We got red flagged, then you get end of a session.
Right.
One of my good friends at the time, Dan Wardle, he put us in group 2, which was like, I think the group 1 was a pro class, then group 2 was like just below, and I thought, bloody hell, I can't be going in this one. And went in it, and we actually got on all right. So ever since then, I thought I might be able to make something of this, and I think never really.
So what year was that?
Oh god, that was probably 7. It's probably 5 years ago. So
then when did you do your first competition?
First competition was 2018, Drift Cup round 1.
2018?
Yeah.
Did you not do retro drift before? Or drift outlaws?
I've done one. What was it? Oh yeah, I forgot that. I've done one Drift Outlaws. I've done a couple of RDC, sorry. Then my first Drift Cup competition was 2018. 2017, I made first competition round, sorry. Then 2018, done one round of Drift Cup and managed to win it somehow. I don't even know how I done that then. And got into BDC, qualified 4th, and that got me my licence.
So that's why you tell the story like that. So the first round of competition, I won it, but technically I did 17 rounds of RDC and Drift Cup and stuff before it.
Say the first round of me thinking I could actually do something. When I was in RDC, I just thought I was just mucking about really. I wasn't taking it that serious.
Yeah.
When I screwed my head on and thought, let's make something of this, it was Drift Cup.
I can't see you both drinking any beers.
I'm on gin at the minute.
Oh, yeah.
Once I get that through, we got the San Miguel.
Well, crack on then.
I'll let you off then, boys. I thought we were having some lockdown beers without any beers then.
Beers were on lockdown, mate.
Well,
So, yeah.
Drinking a beer, to be honest.
So when you were, obviously, you were competing, when you first started BDC, you had an SR in your car?
Yeah. I went, so I qualified 4th, then I mucked up my first battle, then but it still got me my licence. Then I went, it was Teesside round 2 next, and I went for a practice day. I think it was a pro drift practice day, and I think it was 4 weeks before the round. I thought, have practice, do what you should do normally, and yeah, me engine melted. So
Right.
I've always said if I get into BDC, I'll get a JZ, and it's always been like a theme. It's sort of like you say it, but you never think it's going to happen. And I had 4 weeks to get it done, and I almost got it done, but we had some wiring issues. The engine was in, but wiring issues let us miss round 2. Then we made it to round 3. I think that was Scotland. I think that was the first time I actually properly drifted it.
Yeah.
We were running on no sleep. I'd done an all-nighter the night before, and I didn't really know what I was doing. And I qualified 32nd. Then we got a joint qualifier, but their first run was better than mine. And that was me. That was my weekend over.
So your first year at BDC, did you not do that well?
Well, it was the first time I've ever changed an engine in a car, to be honest. So I've always learned as I've gone along with cars. Like before this, all I knew was how to fit coilovers to a Polo.
Right.
We've always learned on the way. But, we had like issues with clutches, and I was just doing stupid little bits. What was going wrong with it?
Yeah.
But my first ever thing what happened in BDC on 2018, I went up against Ryan Caldwell, and I thought way out my depth. My chase run, I managed to get a bit of a gap. Then, no, my lead run, sorry, I got a bit of a gap. Then my chase run, I stuck it on his door, and I thought, bloody hell, how am I keeping up with this? I've never been up against a car that competitive before. And I drove straight into the side of him. And,
we've all done it.
And I learned a lot from that. You obviously learn from your mistakes a lot better. So, yeah, from that, I think that was my highlight of the year, to be honest.
What is that, 2018?
2018, yeah.
So then, obviously, last year, we got onto the very good year, didn't you? You got quite a few podiums and stuff.
I'd say it was a good year for the points and the podiums, but it wasn't a good year for, like, my car was going wrong a couple of times. But we managed to get it. Me and the team managed to. We had to do an engine change. Sisters, and we had to rebuild my engine at around. When was it? T-side. I think it was T-side. Was it round 3?
It's a lot better off if you try and build it before you get to the track. Like,
I think I have got that as one of my questions. How many rebuilds did you do in the pits? It seemed like every night at BDC when we were going home, like on the Friday practice night, your car would be up on axle stands with like the engine out or bottom of the engine off. And we were all just like, what the fuck is this lad doing? Then day after.
What the fuck am I doing, man? That engine, so I built the engine in 2018, the 2JZ, what I used for most of last year. Then I went to tracks at Silverstone on it last year. And you know the little stud you screw into the side of the block to put your sandwich plate on?
Yeah.
That wound undone. And then it surged my oil, and it basically wrecked the engine without me knowing. So I put new oil in it. I tried giving it a good clean and that, but I took it to Santa Pod for a little drift demo with one of the shows up there, and it felt all right. Then we was in the practice at Teesside when it happened, and my oil pressure was reading 80, not 100, and I thought something's going on here. So that night, on the Friday practice, we pulled it apart, and I found loads of bearing in the sump. I was like, oh, bloody hell, we ain't got away with this. So
where did you take bearings with you to fix it, or did you? No.
One of my friends drove back to my unit to grab some bearings. But no, he drove back to Birmingham, for some bearings. And he brought back some main. I needed some bottom end bearings. He had main bearings.
Oh, gutted.
And then we got back. I was like, oh shit. And I had some old GE bottom end bearings at my unit. And one of my other friends drove them over, and we got them fitted. I think it was like 6:30 in the morning. We got it running.
Right.
To be honest, that engine is still running now. That's what I competed in Buxton with, and a couple of the other rounds. That's the engine that's still going. So that's
with second-hand bearings.
Yeah.
Going.
So that engine's called Old Faithful, and that's still in this corner of my unit.
The backup.
Get me out of the engine.
So how many rounds did you podium at last year?
I got 3. I think it was 3.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the audience.
Yeah. I've come third at the first and second round.
Yeah.
Then me third and fourth and fifth round. I think I done all right, but not all right. I got through to top 16, but then didn't make it that much further. Then the last round I won it.
Yeah. Yeah, quite impressive that last round. You did that savage run where you knocked spoiler off your car and all the sparks were flying off and stuff.
Yeah, that's
pretty cool. Like
understeered, and I undertook him. Then I really kind of understeered on the transition. Then he went. I just went for the undertake, and I didn't even know I'd done it before I realised what happened. Then I was like, bloody hell, I just done that. Then the spoiler come off, and I managed to keep it in, and that was a good round. That was.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then that leaves us up to pretty much now where we are. So what about you, Paul? Where did you start? What got you into it? Where did you first see it?
Well, I had a Honda S2000, and I was like into the whole track thing, like trying to get the car like track day ready, if you like. There was nothing to do with drifting for me, and I was just loving that. I spent a load of money on the car. I think I bought some semi-slicks for it, got some suspension, got some wheels on it, all that sort of stuff. Had it all corner weighted, so it was mint. It was like a track day ready sort of brilliant little pocket rocket. And it was about 1 a.m. I went to go pick up somebody, my ex-missus, actually, like from town or something like that. And I was driving like a loon, like as you do. And I was like, "You've been an idiot here. You're gonna crash. Like you're gonna do something." So I thought, best slow down. Like when I slowed down, about a minute later, I ended up losing the back end of the car, sort of fishtailing down the road, and I rolled the car. I rolled the car twice. And
what, an S2000?
Yeah, S2000. Yeah. So with no roll cage or nothing, I come out with just a little like. That's it, little scar there. That was it. Just nothing. I was completely fine. No concussion whatsoever. I don't know how I did it. Like, seeing my life flash before my eyes. It was really weird. Like when I went up in the air, I thought that's it. Because I seen a lamppost and I was like, that's it. It's game over. So I was like, I'm not having no fast cars now. That's it. I'm done. I'm gonna have like a Passat or something. Like, I'm not even gonna bother. Like that's it. Done. And I thought to myself, I talked myself into getting to a 350Z. I was like, yeah, these are cool. So I sort of like drove them when I was a bit younger and whatever else. And so yeah, that'll do. That was sort of the middle ground. And then my mate was like, why don't you have a Skyline? I was like, mate, those look awful. They're like terrible for boat. And he's like, no.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And I was like, what? I was like, no way. And anyway, we was out car shopping 350Zs, and he was just like, why don't you just check this? There was no more 350Zs. It was a Sunday. Everywhere was closed. I was like, come on then, let's go have a look. And it was a Spec 2. It looked pretty nice. Had a 400R kit on it and all the rest of it. And I thought, go on, why not? We've got nothing else to do. So I went and test drove this Skyline. I just fell in love with it. I was like, this is amazing. I loved it. I didn't end up buying that car. I ended up buying another one, but it looked pretty much the same.
You can't have loved it that much then, Paul.
Yeah. Well, it was just that I instantly said, oh, I'll let you know, sort of thing. And then I just was like, right, I'll have a little look online. I found something. It was super cheap. Like, it had Garrett turbo on it, AP racing brakes, like the Spitfire callbacks. It had loads of stuff on it, ECU and all the rest of it.
Aren't them brakes still on your car now?
Yeah, they're the ones. I mean, I paid like 3,200 quid for that Skyline. I think the brakes now, if you go and buy them, are like $2,500. So it's just, yeah. So I got it for a snip, really. I bought that and I was like, right, I want to be able to, if I lose the back end of the car again, I want to be able to control it, because I just thought, I can't have this again. I now bought a bloody idiot's car again. And I just went, like, my mate was like, why don't you come to Santa Pod? So I was like, oh, we'll go to Santa Pod. And then that was it then. My life has been ruined ever since, pretty much. Like,
to interrupt you there, did you meet Lex at Santa Pod?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Like,
did he ever drive your car?
He did, yeah. Like, that handbrake is savage, man. Like, he was like full on. My mate explained Lex to me. He's like literally like he's like the opposite of not an opposite. He's like the double of Ali G. Like the way he talks.
Yeah.
And the way he reads his like script like this, it's fucking hilarious. It was brilliant. Lex was like, and it was him and Colgate who jumped in my car with me. And Colgate really actually helped me learn to drift. Essentially, like, he was.
How long ago was this, Paul?
I think it was about. Must have been 6 years. It must have been 6 years ago. I think it's something like that. Yeah, about 6 years ago. So yeah, I just sort of did that. I was just loving the practice days then. I was just smashing them like all the time. It was so cheap. You just did it on like Part Warns. It was amazing. You know, you drive to the event and whatever else, and it was brilliant. I did that, and then the one year I just thought, let's give it a go on drift club. You know, I'd seen it with all that hype about it. I'd seen the BDC. I thought I'd love to get into that. It'd be pretty cool, like, and yeah, just thought I'll give drift cup a try, and then that's when
Did you do that in your 33?
No, I did it in my in my 200 actually. Yeah, that's a good point actually. So yeah, my Skyline, it was an RB25. It was about 400 horsepower, and I just thought to myself, from what I'd seen from a lot of mates' cars, they were all blowing up. So I was just like, I need something a little bit better. So I thought, all right, I want a 1J or a JZ of some sort. And also, I was driving my mate's car, the one who sort of taking me down to Centre Pod quite a bit, the S14. And I was like, I can do everything I can do in the R33 and the S14, but better. So I was like, so that's when I built the 14 from the ground up. Didn't really know what I was doing, any of that sort of stuff.
Oh, so did you build your car from like a bare shell?
Yeah, literally bought a shell as it own, and then transferred all the bits over, like all the not suspension, but the arms, all that sort of stuff, the seats, everything. You know, anything that you can transfer over, I transferred over, and then just bought the rest. And then yeah, I had the 1J in there. Had that as pretty standard for quite a while. I ended up nearly quitting drifting once because I bought an AVC clutch kit and it just didn't work out. I had 2 lots of them. They're blinds together.
I think we've all been there, haven't we? BMW box on JZs don't work. Shit.
No, definitely. It was like, you know, it's like then and even now, 2,000 quid is a lot of money, you know, and it's just when that happens, you're earning pittance and all the rest of it. You don't know where to go with it. Like, so I ended up leaving my car for about a year. I got quite fortunate. So I ended up working at Goodwood, doing some bits and pieces for them, and I managed to save a bit of money. And I thought, right, get an R154 gearbox, put that on, and just go and enjoy drifting. And that was the point when I sort of started to get back into it, and I thought, right, let's do drift cup.
What do you do for work, Paul? If you're working at Goodwood and like on hospitals and stuff like that, what do you actually do?
I'm a construction project manager, so yeah, just manage basically building sites essentially. So, so yeah, crazy.
You could have made it sound a bit better than that, mate.
No, it's not. It's just manage building sites and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, nothing crazy. Nothing to do with investing, like. But yeah, like did that, got the 1J, got the R154, loved it. Thought, right, let's do drift cup. Did drift cup. That's when I met you, Adam, at drift cup properly. Met Stu, met Matt. I was driving to. You probably remember I was driving to the events with like my tyres like ratchet strapped to my boot and stuff like that. Like, I just turned up on my own. I started knocking around with Anna and Chris, and yeah, we did a bit of a team, but then slowly but surely it was evolving towards more the slide people. That met Topo, again met you two, and then that was it really. Like started to progress at that point, listening to people like yourself, where you know learning every battle was a learning day. It was brilliant, really. So I did all right the first year. I didn't do particularly great. I think I come like 11th or something like that. I think me and Stu like tied 11th or something. So we just missed out. I think it was.
I think you
or something like that.
I think you were literally on that cut-off, weren't you, for a BDC license. So
it was pretty gutting, but you know it was great for learning, and I still say now that I wouldn't have done it any other way. It was then like the following year, and I was like, right, starting to get results which aren't too bad. They're nothing special, but we'll put some more power in the car. So I put like a bigger turbo on the 1J and whatever else, and put a water manifold on the car. It was brilliant. It was really good. And then
that's when you came to slide, didn't it? I think we did the
actually
downpipe, or Jace did downpipe.
Yeah, you guys did all the downpipe. It was savage, 3.5 inch. And yeah, did all like the bits which you don't usually see like on the internet, like the stainless steel drain pipe and all the rest of it. So it was super reliable. I think I did 2 years, like I think it was, or a year and a half, whatever it was. Perfect, not a single issue. And I did like round 1 with all this new power, thinking I was fucking brilliant. I didn't even qualify.
And then what did you do when you didn't qualify, Paul?
Oh wow!
I was very disappointed in you. You went home with face on, didn't you?
Did you pack up and go?
You went home with face on.
Yeah.
Smart dummy out.
I don't like those people.
Proper did. I full on did, yeah. And yeah, I was thinking, what the fuck am I doing? Like, you spend all these thousands of pounds on these cars, and you just think, why am I even bothering? And yeah, the next round I had a word myself, and I was like,
what did you say?
I was like, you're a fucking idiot. Sort your shit out, and then don't make good this time. You're fucking it off, and that was that. And I remember I just like banged some tunes in my ears, like in practice stuff. I was just getting myself super hyped up, and yeah, we ended up winning the event on that one on round 2. I don't know what was going on. It was just like me and Colgate were in like top 4, and he's like, we're in the top 4, like we could be in the final soon. I'm like, oh shit, yeah. And just carried on. And, you know, you've got to have a bit of luck on your side as well. People come off track and whatever else. I think I was up against James Stevens. He was on his semi-slicks and all the rest of it, and there's no way I was keeping with him, but fortunately he missed a gear. He missed a gear when he was going around Luna, just like I did with you, Martyn. Thank you. And then yeah, like won that, and then went to BDC. I had to qualify, obviously top 32. I can't remember where I qualified. It wasn't particularly well. I was still on road tyres at that point. Qualified through, over the moon. It just felt right, to be fair. Like, it felt like the right progression. I know some people, you know, they have those steps where they just go straight into it, and that works for them. But sometimes it is the wrong thing, and I was glad how I did it. That worked out really well. I think I missed the next round because I knew I think I'd come in like round 2 or something like that, a T-side. So I was like, right, I'll miss the next round because it's Driftland. I'm not going to, this season is pretty much a write-off. You know, you can't really come back from that. So I missed that. I did the following round. I think it was round 5 at, what was it now?
Rockingham.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Is this 2018?
Matt used your car, didn't he?
This was
Oh yeah.
Three Sisters. Yeah, you gave me the car to me.
Yeah.
Oh, good, that actually.
Yeah.
That's the last time I probably drove big competition.
It was. That was the last competition you ever did.
Yeah. But you couldn't use the semi-slicks, could you? Because I didn't have the.
I'd have won basically.
You would have won.
I'd have won the event.
In fact, didn't you run his bumper over and smash it into a million
pieces?
You did.
Yeah,
no, mate, don't know what you're saying. But, mate, signal's bad, you want, mate? Not a clue.
A bumper and it's just in about 4 pieces. I'm like, fucking hell, I got to drive home on that in a minute.
Oh yeah, you had to drive back. But I didn't kill the gearbox.
No, you didn't.
In fact, it were Darren, weren't it? Out.
Yeah.
I was a bit out card, really, weren't I?
Yeah.
And out driving, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But yeah, shame I didn't have the semi-6 then. So yeah, did that. Did round 5. I don't know how I got into the top 4 somehow. My car was absolutely battered. And to be honest with you, it's just because my car was too slow. People wasn't able to chase. Like, I remember what's his name now? The guy with the BMW E46.
Lee Scott.
He smashed into me. He snapped my steering rack, and like. He was like, what did you do? Did you brake? I'm like, mate, my car just isn't slow. You just fucking ran me.
I want 225 road tyres.
Yeah.
Road tyres, I've got to drive home in a bit. And fair play, you know, Stuart, Ash, Howard, they worked tirelessly trying to get the car. Like,
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't, obviously, because we realised that the rack was snapped. Connor Shanahan, he gave me a rack that night. I had one coming over from Birmingham. But yeah, we got it in. Stuart again, Howard and Ash, they worked like into the night, got it sorted. Did the pro day the next day. It was the first time I ever run semi-slick. I never snapped a drive shaft in all my drift career. Literally, first lap, Dwayne McKeever snapped a drive shaft.
Were they not proper part ones as well that were like nearly down to cords?
Yeah, there were. There was ST.
They've done a heat cycle and.
25s, like I thought, you know. So it didn't work out too well. Like, it was cool though, like to be in like like the show sort of, even though I didn't actually qualify that round. But it was cool to sort of be there. And when I went up against Dwayne McKeever and Connor were the first two people I went up against when I was just in practice. And although my runs were terrible, I was seeing like, oh, I can actually stay with them. So if I get my stuff together, I might be able to do something.
There were a lot of big name drivers at that event, weren't they?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the Irish come over.
Yeah.
Kevin Lawrence from FD were driving my car, weren't he?
It was, yeah, that's right, yeah, that's cool, yeah. And then next year I thought, right, we've got to take this a bit more seriously. It was, I sort of thought I was hanging on to that win at Drift Cup. I know BT wasn't that great for me, even though at top 4 it was given to me. Nothing I did. And then I thought, right, let's get a stronger gearbox, let's run the semi-slicks like everybody else. And then sort of round 1 last year was the first time I ever driven 265 semi-slicks properly. I'd had about 4 laps or 5 laps on 235 Part 1's Estinos, and then it was pretty good. Started rivalry with Martyn. Started to every battle you learn something, and that was something Adam sort of shown me, really, like everything you do. So you learn every battle, and it worked out all right for the rest of the season. We did okay. I ended up sort of knocking around with Skid Risk. Me and Topo did something. That's when I met Danny Maguire, or the SP Motorsport team. Without them, I wouldn't have done last year. Like, it got to the point. Stu was going to do all my fabrication on my car, but he was just running. He'd run out of time. He was sort of last minute, and Danny, he said to me, just get your car up here and we'll sort it. And all the lads did. Props to them. We did a lot of late night. Got it working. Did the rounds. Did okay. We had some good battles. I think every round we sort of progressed a little bit more. Some of it was a bit of fluke. You need a bit of luck.
Do you know what I think worked really well for you is the confidence. Like, you came into last year saying, I'm going to do well here. I'm going to genuinely do well. And me and Adam have said it for years, like that many people get to the line, looked at Sidemen, and they've lost the battle before they even go.
Yeah.
Well, that was the only reason you won semi-pro in 2014.
No,
because you chatted that much shit in Q. You just mindfucked everybody before they even set up.
Winning's winning, mate. Winning's winning.
No, you did though, didn't you? Literally, you used to do that all the time. It
weren't that much down to skill, was it? It was a little bit about. No, it was just skill. It was skill.
No, but you did used to literally chat shit and fuck people over before they even got in the car.
Yeah, I reckon I could beat half the people out there just through mind games.
I did that to Stuart when I beat Stuart. Exactly the same thing. I remember him, like, everybody was winding up about like when Loza beat him at Drift Cup, and like I remember it getting to him, and I remember
Stuart's terrible for it.
I know, yeah. I remember seeing it at the line. I was like, I don't know what I did. I just pulled some weird faces at him, like, and just fucked him over somehow. And he ended up blaming it on his steering, even though mine was sucked as well. But as it goes, like, but yeah, so did all right at that, and then had the final, didn't we? That was cool. And I think with drifting, there's a lot. I know I sound like an idiot saying this, but there's a lot of people who sort of do it, and they're sort of social, I guess. Because you always question yourself of like, why should I be doing this? Like, should I be doing it? Should I be here, sort of thing? And that's when I thought, right, Buxton. I was like, I knew I wasn't too bad on the points, and I thought I knew I couldn't win it, like the whole thing. But I thought, let's. I've really got to show here, because I think to myself, I fluked the whole year. Like, there's no way I fluked. You always doubt yourself, don't you, in some way? Although, like Matt, you said, I've got confidence. It's all, put a bit of a thing.
Of course
on
it is, yeah.
And I thought, right, you've got to do something now, because you can't keep getting away with fluking it all the time.
I don't think it's all fluke, Paul.
No, don't play us in down too much. There's a fine line, isn't there, between acting confident and just being a.
You can't fluke a full year. You can fluke like the odd round.
Mate.
Hold on then, let me just pull you on that, Adam. So if you can't fluke a full year, but I won the season, does that mean I didn't fluke it?
Well, no, you fluked it at 2 rounds, but that were enough to then pass you on for the rest of the season.
No, because I got results at the others. Adam, tell me all about your championship win.
Which one? ODC or NDC?
Oh, which one?
The shit that
We're
nobody
not going back
knows
that far,
about.
mate. This isn't about us. Carry on, Paul.
Yeah, so like Buxton, I was really lucky because we was at Birmingham Wheels. I think it was just before. Me and Danny went over to Birmingham Wheels, and Danny took his car there. We went on the playpen bit. I think I was teaching somebody how to drift in my car, and Danny come over. He literally went on the playpen and snapped both his drive shafts. I was like, right, okay, you're gonna have to use my car for the day.
He is brutal, Danny, isn't
He
he can fuck shit up at pace.
Yeah.
Who's this, Maguire?
Yeah.
Maguire. Like we often drive each other's cars. It's like something that we just end up doing, or we often get in cars with each other, just because you learn a lot of everybody.
Yeah.
You know, the best way. And it was at Birmingham Wheels, and I was doing Birmingham Wheels and using the hydro like an idiot, as I do. And Danny got in my car, and he was like really like he didn't want to drive it. I was like, just mate, we'll fix it. It doesn't matter. He was driving that car like an absolute animal and just banging it on lock, and just I was like, how the hell is he doing that? And I ended up obviously we just swap, and have a go. And in the end, I ended up getting it how he was doing it, and that was how I did all right at Buxton. I ended up, I think I qualified. I don't know if I qualified first on the.
Yeah, you do know, Paul.
You do know. Come on, say it. Tell us all.
You can't
When
say
did you qualify,
it,
Paul?
And then the pro day, I think qualified second. I think it was Matt.
I think.
Yeah.
No, you don't think, do you, Paul?
And it was all because of being in the car with Danny and watching him how he does it, and like you can just bang it on all this lock and you learn all this stuff. And then Buxton went all right. We did okay. It was a stupid battle which I shouldn't have. Which was against Stephen Connell. Is that
McConnell.
Yeah. In the 36. I shouldn't have won that one. The rest of them, I was like, yeah, fair enough. They're fairly valid. When I went with Martyn, it was mega. Like it was mega. Like it was so fun. And like I think the good thing is when I have battled Martyn, it's like although he's beat me, fair enough. It's I look at them, I look back at them, and I go, yeah, that's the right decision. But they weren't far off. They were bloody close. You know. So, yeah. It's good. It's good, and that's the good thing. Like you go against some drivers, and you're like, I'm big into it, mate, because you've fucking beat me. But you go against some drivers, and you're like, you have to sort of hold back a little bit, or you're a bit, you know, how they're going to be. They're going to play silly buggers or whatever. But you know, go against Martyn, or you know, it's quite a few others. But
you never want to lose a battle, do you? But you can, if you go out after a savage battle, it's like, well, that was good fun, weren't it? Like,
exactly, yeah. So yeah, I did that, and then we did. You know, I got I think it was second, and then Martyn won. Who got third? I think it was Louis Edwards. Did the pro day next day. That was pretty cool. I think I ended up qualified first. I remember second. Sorry, I remember thinking nobody's topping that, mate.
Paul, you've said it enough times now, mate.
We
know where you qualify.
You know, at Buxton, where did you qualify, mate? On pro day.
I think it was. Yeah. No, but I remember getting out of the car and thinking nobody's topping that, mate.
What did you get? What score?
I don't know. It wasn't.
Yes, you do.
Tell us. It was 90 something. I don't know.
98. It was just 1 point less than Matt.
98.9. Yeah.
It wasn't. It might have been a 92 or something. It wasn't that. But yeah, I remember getting out thinking nobody's fucking topping that. I remember getting out of the car because you can watch, can't you? In that little bit, it was me and Matt, and I thought, oh, fucking prick. I remember just looking, going, what an absolute idiot! Like, how's he doing that? And ended up getting into top 16, and it was Ollie, and I wanted Ollie. I wanted to battle Ollie because I drive with Ollie a lot. He's an absolute savage. He's mega. And I thought I really want to go against Ollie because you got to test yourself, haven't you? You got to push yourself and all that sort of stuff. He beat me.
He beat me and all, Paul.
I know, idiot.
He's beat me as well.
Prick.
He was mega, and I watched it back. It was the right decision. I thought it was close, and it was. He did whack me, but he was.
Wait, at the end of the straight bit, through middle.
Yeah, it was then.
Yeah, it got me there.
And you know what? Like, I always remember what you said to me, Adam, and I thought I was kicking myself after that. It's like, if you can, if someone hits you hard enough and it really affects, even though it might look like you can keep it and all the rest of it, you shouldn't like compensate for their problems, if you know what I mean, too much in a way. I remember you telling me that at Driftland, like if someone hits you,
Adam is a diver, isn't he? If he gets it, Adam will die.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, Ollie just ploughed me, popped my front tyre, and I fucking finished lap. Yeah, mate, I just took dive.
Yeah,
of course I did.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't do it. I know if it's one of them, I just wouldn't do it. And yeah, Ollie was he managed to win the event that day, didn't he? So yeah, that's really it for me. That's where I sort of come from and how I got to.
Obviously, both of you are moving up to pro class. What have you done? Any upgrades on the cars? Are you both ready for it? Are you leaving your kart saving it's all up here, or what you doing?
Oh, mate.
Martyn?
Mentality is the same. I've always got the same mentality, but the car, I've got a new clutch, got a new engine.
You're not using Old Faithful?
No,
You will do after round one.
Yeah. During round one, probably.
Yeah.
I'll keep with me, just for good luck.
Are you really?
The old van wouldn't move with a second engine in it.
I know, I followed you out of Buxton. It took about fucking 3 weeks to get up that windy road.
There's some big hills around there, isn't there? Probably on the way there. I'll see anything.
So what you done? Just upgraded your clutch and the engine?
I've got an extreme clutch now. I had an ABC clutch. I was pissing around with a push rod length.
Man.
Yeah, extreme clutch now. So they're known to be all right, aren't they, really?
That's what I had in mind. I bet you blow fourth gear at every single event you go to.
I haven't actually used 265 18s yet. Like, this is the first year I've run 18s. Last year I was on 17s. So this year will be a first on 18s with a good clutch. And I've got a 2-way diff as well, so we're going to give it a go.
So why did you... I see Mitto commenting all over Facebook and stuff saying that he's made you get a 2-way and this, that and other. What are the idea behind that rather than a welded diff?
Well, I'm just trying... I went to Rockingham Drift Day with Mitto, and I see it, how it transitions. It's so snappy, and you can just tell the difference between that setup and like a normal setup in the UK. Like how the car transitioned has just caught my eye, and it's aggressive, and I think it would suit my driving style because I'm quite aggressive behind the wheel.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give it a go. I've got all the old stuff changed back, but I've got basically the same sort of setup as Mitto, but with a 2J and we'll give it a go. See what happens.
Sweet. What you been doing, Paul, over winter to your car?
Oh, mate.
Are you changing your mindset or anything, or are you just going for it?
I sold my house and then spent it all on my car. You know.
He did a bad manual.
His missus done that.
Yeah, I spent it all on my car. So, no, we did quite a bit really, but there's a misconception nowadays about like the power and all the rest of it in the BDC, and you've got to be up there, or actually not in it, sort of thing, and you've got to move on with the times. I felt last year, although
you say that, Paul, but I finished 4th last year with 400 horsepower in a front radiator.
You did, mate. That is very true.
Fluked it, mate.
You don't need it. Oh yeah, definitely fluked it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you're right. But
you what, Martyn?
Certainly out.
Wait, how
much?
1170
with driver, Adam.
Oh.
13.
I don't know. Scales broke.
It's breaking up, mate.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's quite heavy for a little car.
It's fully standard. Like it's literally got no weight reduction at all in it.
That's cool. But yeah.
Sorry, Paul. Go on.
It's all right, mate. I just thought I'd move on to the time. I always regretted getting the 1J. I always thought to myself, why didn't I just spend like the extra 600 quid at the time and just get the 2J? So I decided this year was the time to get the 2J. I bought that. Got it from JDM Garage. Like, it's basically the fully refreshed motor with upgraded bed, cams and a few bits. It was just so I got a good thing going on with JDM Garage. They sorted me out and they supported me for this year. So I bought that. I was keeping the CD09, the gearbox that I got on the 3Z gearbox, and the Fastar Samsona's come up for sale, and it was really cheap. And realised I could sell what I had, and pretty much it wouldn't. Yeah. See what I'm saying? There's the ice going. Yeah, as you do. And I was like, right, I'll get that, and I'll be able to sort of make a bit of the money back from the setup I had. Bought that. And then it was like, right, obviously you need new manifold, turbo. Ended up, Walton Motorsport ended up supporting me again this year. The manifolds were savage last time, so sort of did that. I had SP Motorsport, the guys at there, they did all the sort of fab work, made me like a 4-inch downpipe. Went a bit crazy with it. Danny Lee, Danny Mansfield, all did like loads of work on the car. I ended up painted it inside and out. Clamshell in the back of the car. Yeah, it's at the top now. Like you've
gone to town on it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No excuses.
No. Picked up amazing deal with VP Racing now, so they're supporting me for me and Danny actually for next year. Same with Turbo Smart, they were supporting us both. Really incredible, really. A lot of the people which are coming on board with us, and so cars been put together. It's running nearly 700 brake now. It's incredible. I drove it with probably about 640, something like that, because it's on ethanol. So I only run it on E20 out there and on the E40, which is fully mapped on, and it was savage. I had a little go at 360. It was just insane, like. Yeah, so
I know you've done a lot of work to your car. Previously, your car was pretty much one of the most reliable cars ever. Are you not worried about changing so much stuff all in one go?
Well, no, I don't, because the last time I built the car, I tried to do everything. You ask the guys at SP, they think I'm a nightmare. I'm an absolute nightmare. I am terrible. Even just on wheels that I want, and I'm battling I can just see them just banging their heads up against the metal. I'm so picky on how I want stuff, and I know that, again, when I took the car to slide before, that was part of it. That learning, and I followed a lot of those same principles what I did before. Get the best of everything, put it together right, make sure if it's not quite there, it's got to be there, because as you say, my car before, I'd literally just drive it, park it on my drive, and then go get a line before the next round, and that's it. I didn't do anything with it. So
you drove it to every event, and
drove
it home.
Yeah, keep it the same. I know I've changed a lot of parts, but we've spent a lot of time on keeping things right and doing right. I hope it's all right.
Have you used it with the new box in?
Yeah, it's insane.
Happy with it?
Oh, mate, yeah. We started off from the straight of Three Sisters as you come down there. I've been third gear before you got the corner, starting the middle of the straight, and it's so quick. There's no missing gears.
Are you good at changing gear in it? No issues?
See where you go, Matthew. See where you go.
What you mean?
We'll leave that just there.
Let's see what you're fishing for.
Who do we think's going to win then, boys? Pro and Pro 2. Martyn, I'll let you answer first, pal.
Oliver Bolton for Pro. I think he's got a good chance.
You're not saying yourself?
You can't say yourself, can you?
You can say what you want, mate.
If everything goes to plan, then I hope I'll do all right. But I don't think I'll.
It's a bit big-headed, isn't he? I'm joking.
I always think shit. So if I keep thinking that, then I can always be surprised, can I?
Yeah.
Oliver Bolton's got a good. Obviously got to have luck behind you as well. But, Oliver Bolton, I reckon he's got a good chance in winning it. It's either that or Martyn Wonnacott is obviously up there, isn't he?
He's hungry for it.
Yeah, his car's got a pace, and it's just him and the car seems to be working nice.
I think that extra bit of time with him that he's had, obviously because of this COVID thing, he spent a lot of time just doing all them niggly little bits that he'd never done before as well, hasn't he? So
I think the surfboard will do him well.
And Pro 2, Danny Maguire's got a good chance, I think. He's got a good. It's either that or Andy Frost. So,
if Andy Frost does the season, that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the season.
Yeah.
Either one of them two, I think. That's my decision.
Not bad choices.
Danny's not a bad shout, you know. He's got it in him. He's just got to kind of put it all together in one, hasn't he?
I think from what I can gather, Danny screws his sen over in his head
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah,
like
before
he goes. I think
I might teach him a thing or two.
If he can get a bit of confidence in himself, I think he will definitely be up there, without a doubt. He's definitely got the machinery to do it.
Yeah, it's good.
A lot of luck goes good as well. Like, if you haven't got a luck with you, then everything just goes wrong. You can do everything you can to get preparation, but you need a bit of luck just to give you. Everything just falls into place, and you can't always plan that. But sometimes
that luck gives you the confidence as well, doesn't it? Sometimes they can both go hand in hand.
Yeah.
What about you, Paul?
Well, Pro 2, it's definitely Danny, isn't it? It's, you know, like I drive with Danny a lot. As I say, we share cars a lot, and we have a lot of stupid chats every day. Like, and yeah, I think he's got it. I've just got to get him to that point now, as you say, where he believes he can do it, and he has got the ability. Like, he drives my car better than he does his own at the minute, so I mean, he might have to do it around in my car. We did Three Sisters. We were testing each other's car because he banged nitrous on his and all the rest of it, and he's having going, Mark, how are you doing that sort of thing? Like, he was doing some crazy stuff, but as you said, he's just got to put it together. So if he puts it together, he is one to watch. Seriously, he's scarily good when he puts it down and puts his mind to it. Like you said, he's half over sometimes. But yeah, so definitely Danny in Pro 2. I think Andy Frost, he could be a guy, but you know, what we've got to remember is, like, as they're saying, like fighting, if you like, there's that thing. He's done that one round of previous, but you know, like, and a bit Abu Dhabi. But yeah, hopefully he can put it together, because he's another contender, definitely. For Pro, it could be anybody. Like, it all depends. There's so many good names, you know, so many out there. You've got Josh King, Ollie Evans, absolute savage. Martyn there, very good. You know.
Matt, what are you pissing about at?
I was trying to check something on my phone. Sorry, mate. I'm back.
Stop checking shit. All you can hear is your phone just pissing about.
Back in the room. It's all right.
What were it? Tinder notification.
Bumble, mate.
Oh, Bumble.
Oh, like your picture, mate, by the way, with your top model.
It was alright, that, wasn't it?
Comments for the league. Well,
good kisser.
I definitely know that. Oh, dear, we won't go there, shall we?
Go where you want, mate. As you were saying.
So you can't decide who's winning Pro?
No, there's loads, mate.
Are you still on that question?
Well, that's not good enough, mate. We want an answer. We want one driver at least.
Well, mate, to be fair, the champ, Ollie Evans, you know, if I was going to pick anybody out of the lot, he's won the last one, so he is obviously the favourite. You know, he's savage. Yeah, but there's you know, anybody at Pro can win it. That level is just mega. You know, anybody could do it. So
I've got another question just for you here, Paul.
Hold on, mate.
Who's having it this year?
Mate, you're all having it. You're all getting it. All getting it. All getting it, mate. Having it. Yeah. Yeah, man.
So if you can't, you got pal?
Who do you think's gonna win?
Who do I think?
Yeah.
What did I can't remember what I said before. I think Pro 2. I think Jamie Stanton.
Oh.
And then Pro, it was either Ollie Evans or what's he called? Brian Egan.
Brian Egan. Oh,
I think Brian Egan's going to come in and upset quite a few people.
What car's he in? Yeah, 32.
No, he sold it. He's built MX5 with an SR in that weighs practically fuck all, but it looks of it.
Mm.
And like he used to drive that 86, didn't he? And I personally think he drove better in the 86 than he ever did in his Skyline.
He's a savage driver.
Yeah.
Back in one of them cars, but so you get you to BDC, take your car off trailer and it breaks. Whose car were you using for the weekend?
Oh god.
You'll have to pick any other driver off at grid.
Martyn, I reckon he'll go, I'm all right. I'm going to put an engine in tonight.
Yeah.
There with me anyway. So
He's got Old Faithful in plan, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Old Faithful broke as well.
Yeah, Old Faithful's broke as well. Yeah, you did the engine swap on Friday morning, and then you broke Old Faithful in afternoon.
I'd be going home.
Nah, you got to pick somebody's car. Who's we having?
Stephen Fitzgerald's S15.
It looks nice now. After the rebuild, it looks sick, doesn't it? Looks really good.
I'll be having that.
What about you, Paul? Whose car are we having?
Mine. Right away, I drive that quite a lot, so yeah.
Sorry?
Danny Maguire's.
All right.
Yeah, so I drive that quite a bit. It is a boat. Like the first time I ever got in it, he's like, "Oh, I take it for a rip. I like want to in my car, whatever." Literally first lap, put it right.
Did Danny actually say he wants to hear it?
Yeah, he did.
The loudest fucking car on grid.
Yeah, he says, "I've never heard my car. Like I've never seen anybody drive it, sort of thing." And I was like, "Yeah, give it."
The rest of Wigan has a 360.
Yeah. Went straight into a wall. What as you do, but hey, it didn't slow down.
If we've got a money's no object build, what we're building, what chassis, what engine? What you say, Martyn?
New Supra. No, Diego Santo's Supra. He's got his build.
Yeah.
That's one of my dream cars, to be honest.
What? So you build that, but put Old Faithful in it?
It'll be a 2J, but yeah, it'll be a good 2J in there. And new Supra.
A non-Martyn built one.
In pits at Teesside.
With all the dust and gravel.
Yeah, good luck that does.
Yeah.
What, did you just sprinkle a bit on as well like that? Oh, new bearings.
That's what I've done it, you bastard.
You deserve a sprinkle. What about you, Paul?
I'd just have a GT86, I would, and put a 2J in it. Yeah, that's what I'd do, really.
Did you not? I saw you get tagged in Mike Marshall's a few times.
I was going to have it, to be honest. I was very close to buying it, but...
What, you were having it?
I was having it, mate. I was having it.
For anybody that don't know, before every battle, Paul tells the person who he's battling. What do you tell him, Paul?
You're getting it, mate. You're having it. That's it. Sometimes it works.
What you said, Martyn? You've heard that a few times.
Yeah. Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. Like the worst one I ever did was Mike Walton. I was thought, I'm gonna fuck with his head now. And mate, I've never seen him drive so good after that. Like literally, like he was just amazing. I was like, fair play to him. It didn't, sometimes it don't. Like,
What do you think it wound him up the wrong way? I'm not having him tell me that.
Who's this dickhead walking over to me telling me I'm having it?
You know what it's like? He said to me after, he said literally that, like, he's like, I ain't having that. Who's he? And
I'll be having my manifold back.
Yeah.
Unbolt it. No.
So back to this GT86, what you nearly bought.
Yeah. Yeah. So I went. I was going to have it. And it had been converted to S14 suspension on the front, and I was just a little bit nervous, to be honest, about like the loads of the standard mounting points had been cut off and whatever else. So I ended up like pulling out of that in the end. If it would have had the standard GT8. If I could have just put it back to standard GT86 suspension, I probably would have had it.
Apparently, it's not that good though, is it? GT86 stuff. I
don't
watched
know.
like a video of Ryan Turk talking about it. Apparently, like you can't shove rack far enough forward and stuff.
Right.
So like it's all sat at weird angles.
Well, I was just about to say about like how Ryan Turk gets on with it and his sound, but obviously that's got that.
No, I think it works and everything, but he said like it could be so much better kind of job. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I was just a bit unsure. But I think now I will build. I'm going to build another car for next year. So I've been really fortunate on this COVID stuff that I haven't done no drifting. That I'll be able to buy another car. It won't be an 86, but
what will it be?
We'll wait and see. We'll see.
No one watches this, mate. It's fine.
Paul, they've already posted on Facebook. Has anybody got an S15?
Yeah, well, that may happen, may not. So there's a few.
That's what happened, isn't it?
So did you not buy that shell off Kevin Quinn?
Kevin Quinn? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I asked him about it. You can get a few things a bit cheaper if you import stuff from Japan. So, and the other problem is with buying a shell, having done it before, you end up just so many little bits that
missing.
Yeah. And I just thought in the end I need to really get a full car, whatever I get. So I've been in talks with Paul at JDM Garage again. So we're sort of on the hunt for a car at the minute, and when one comes up, it's done. But yeah, the plan is for another car for next year, really. Build.
With all your COVID money.
Well, I don't know about that.
If only I was as rich as Paul.
I know.
I wish. Not, no.
So,
yeah.
Who was the driver? Who was your favourite driver? The one that you've looked up to most while you've been obviously coming through the ranks and stuff? Martyn?
Me? What, just in BDC or just in general?
No, just anyone in general. Like, who's the one that you look up to? Who you think he's the fucking boy?
It's going to be some of the Irish, like James Dean is on another level, but I'm trying to bring it down to sort of my playing field and just try and just do little steps at a time. But probably Dwayne McKeever or something. When they seem to just be able to get good luck every single round and just probably preparation. But yeah.
So Dwayne only wink to good luck?
It just works, doesn't it? They've got the Irish luck, haven't they, really? Every round, if their car breaks, they get it fixed, out there again, and it wins. It works, doesn't it? If I try to do some of the shit they do, my car will be broken, that'd be it. I'll be going home.
Yeah.
They just work, really, and just... Yeah, I always look to the Irish. I think I always look up to them, really. Their driving style is quite aggressive. So that's what I like the aggression. I like the driving in it. I don't really look at the cars. I look at the drivers and how they drive. That's what gets it for me.
Sweet. What about you, Paul?
Mate, for me, it's various. Like, it's been through like how I've been driving through the years. It's various. Like, everybody. I sound like a sap here, but even
everybody.
But like everybody at high level, even like as I say, I sound like a sap, but even you two, like as you're coming up, like you were teaching me at one point and showing me what to do, and then like you sort of go up and up and up, and then like in BDC, it was a weird feeling at round 6 it was at Buxton, because although I'd drove in pros like every other time, that was the time I knew I'd cemented it, and I had my pro license, and it was weird, like people like Matt Carter. There's several like where you're like, oh, Martyn Monacott, I'm gonna have against him sort of thing. Whereas before I just felt I wasn't really supposed to be there. So there's loads like Martyn says. There's like James Dean, who's always the man. But a lot of the DMAC drivers. What's that round? You know the round where they're at this football stadium. What's that one? Yeah, that one. Like most of the drivers there, that's like doing that is the one. You know, like watching those. I don't even know some names, but I've watched that about 5 times. Like how they do it, like transitioning on the clutch. Come on, mate. They're like the transition on the clutch and just looking up and watching what they're doing. Like I can't say anybody, Adam. To be honest, there's loads of people. You've got to.
I think when you were saying about like everybody and all this and other, I think you did quite well from listening to what everybody told you. You know, like whenever anybody told you something, you're a bit like a sponge and you just took it all in and kind of took what you thought were right from it, kind of thing. And I think that's kind of why you've done all right.
Some people listen to feedback, don't they? And some people don't. Like you can try and give people as many tips as they want, and sometimes they'll literally just go whatever and just do their own thing. Whereas some people really take it on and it's good. Look at Martyn's living dream, isn't he?
What's your dog called, Martyn?
Wolfie.
What's your dog called?
Naoki.
Naoki? What, Nakamura?
Yeah.
No wonder your mates with Mito. Well, that is all the questions for you boys. But obviously, we've got one more that we always finish with. Have you got out that you want to ask me or Matt?
I just want to get drift on this, but have you? Can you make it so something happen?
I'm trying my best, mate. We'll get out there as soon as possible.
What have you done to yours, Adam? Like what's happened to your car? I know you said was it a bigger cam or something like that? What's happened?
I can't tell you the secret sauce now. You're in pro class, mate. No, we put a cam in it.
Did you put one cam in it or 2 cams in it?
One. That's a question. That's a question for another night, Matt. We're a different person.
Okay.
No, we put a cam in it. We've got like another knocking on 100 horsepower out of it. So yeah, like the power's there. But also last year, my car had 0 suspension on back. It literally just bottomed out straight away. So Yellow Speed have made me like a custom rear shock.
Yeah. Like
to the length and everything that we needed. So I've got quite a bit of travel on back now. So in theory, should have a bit more grip. And well, once we've got a softer spring on back as well. So hopefully we'll be able to keep up with like Martyn Wonnacott and Ollie Evans and all the fast people.
With that extra power, the power and grip should do you well.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm hoping that like the power and the grip, obviously a bit more power and a bit more grip level itself out, so it just drives pretty much the same but a bit quicker.
That's
but
cool.
I ain't got around to testing it yet because of this shit fucking COVID, so we don't actually know, do we?
Oh dear. And then Matt, are you driving next year? What's the plan, mate? I know you said you was looking for an engine and all the rest of it, but
the car's on the comeback. So I've purchased an engine. I've purchased quite a bit lately, actually. I've got an engine, got a turbo.
What?
Exactly.
Mate, honestly, the turbo, how big's my head on screen? The turbo is like this. Matt says it's a GT42 Garrett, but I've seen the turbo. I
haven't even seen the turbo yet.
I've been working this week. Jason's given me a bit of work up at Clark Customs, and Matt's turbo got delivered there the other day.
Oh, wow.
And it doesn't say Garrett on it. It says DAF. Obviously, like DAF Pro. And it's the biggest turbo you have ever seen.
Wow.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
I just fancy something silly. So.
Well, is that going to be on UZ or then?
No, it's still an LS. Turbo LS.
5.7 iron block,
you
isn't
look like me, money bags.
No, it's an iron block.
No, it's not. Yeah, like Adam says, iron block. So it's actually a cheaper engine. It's a budget turbo LS build, to be honest. Seeing what it can do, and I just want to get back out in car, go and do something a bit more skidding because I haven't driven in fucking ages.
In America, them engines do silly power, don't they? Just standard engine.
Yeah.
And you've had the cam that I ordered wrong for my car, so that cam's gone into Matt's engine, and
it should be good. Like I say, I'm not fussed whether I do much competing or whatever, but just to get out in the car again, it'd be nice to. I might go over and do a bit of Irish or do whatever, just go and have some fun. And then also the car's available. I'll probably brand it all up as a BDC car. Yeah. So then if we get any, I've got a decent list of drivers already who would want to drive it and come over.
Yeah.
So it's an easy way to have a car available for some decent name drivers to show you boys how it's done.
Oh,
So are you gonna?
They'll get it. Bring them.
Not in my car though. You'll crash my car, I'll be kicking you out. What are you saying, Adam?
Yeah.
Like we talked about, you having a right and left hand drive. So then you could have.
I think that'd only be good just so me and you could sit on either side and battle each other in the same car.
But no, like, say if somebody from America wants to come over, obviously they drive left-hand drive. Is there a way where you could do it so you just have to like swap steering rack or something?
There's a way, but you'd have to change a few. Yeah, rack dash.
If you didn't run a dashboard.
Yeah, you could do it.
I think you should do that. Get Jace to do that while everybody's on lockdown.
The quick double steering wheel game.
Yeah.
I'll just stick with me driving it for now. That'll do me.
All right.
I feel though, I say when I've seen you at Donington, I've just said get in my car because there's nothing worse. Being at all these events, I don't know how you've done it. To be fair, like being at all these events and they're not.
That were in like, yeah, appreciate that. A few people offer me cars and it's
because he doesn't actually like drifting, Paul.
Yeah.
I'm just in this for the money.
He's just in it for the social. He just likes going for the social.
Yeah. I've enjoyed this last 18 months of this last couple of months has been a bit sketchy, but I enjoy the business side of what it is we're doing. So it's been nice to take a little bit of this backseat of driving, but I've got to a point now where I can't wait to get back behind the wheel and properly. Like the odd day that I've done with Adam in the shit cars and gone to Driftland and stuff, it's just not the same in a 325 with.
I think if you're with a group of people that are the same group of people who you drive your proper car with, you have fun and you have a really good fucking time.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, if you're in the same level of cars and you can have so much fun, but doing it it's that speed thing. It's like when we went to Buxton that first time, and if we go around Buxton in shit cars, we'll have an amazing time. But then if you send a proper car around Buxton, you all know the speed and the craziness that.
Yeah, when we went to test. In fact, when we went to test Buxton, somebody posted on BDC page the video of my car going round. You, Cowley, calling me for not running the walls. You do realise it was like after the world finals at fucking banger racing, so there were just car parks and everything all the way around Edge.
Yeah, that's the stadium where
the fucking walls, you prick.
Sounds like you're getting it, Cowley, boy.
Yeah, you're having it, mate.
You're having it.
To be fair, it's not often I stick up for you, Adam, but on that day, like literally, we didn't have long to test. We literally drew the track out, and I kind of said, Adam, this is the line. Do it. Like, send it and do it. And I think the practice lap was better than a lot of people's runs at Buxton that weekend. And then he just sat on that second lap, like, yeah, he weren't quite on the walls and stuff, but for second lapping, not knowing the track, me just winging it, going that way, turn left, right, up, down. It was pretty cool.
At that moment, when we did that, I was just like, this event is going to be fucking savage. After doing them, like, what did I do? 4 laps?
Yeah.
I think we all did 4 laps, and it was just like, this is going to be the one. What were your best event last year? Which one did you enjoy most?
Yeah, we did in Buxton, I think.
Buxton?
Yeah, before that happened, I thought Buxton really. I've never been there before. I just thought, nah, it wasn't any good. When I got there, I thought, all right, I had to go on the track, and I thought, yeah, that's savage that track is. And the atmosphere created as well. It's just, it was good.
I don't know if it come across online, but that felt like the quickest track of the year, even though it probably weren't.
Yeah, I don't know if it was hard driving on the video. It's like the online does look good, but I think the atmosphere is like, the people were standing underneath the stand with the shelter on top.
Yeah.
That was creating the atmosphere because all the sound goes underneath it and it all echoes, and that's what the atmosphere is like, isn't it?
You can see it as well, can't you? Like if you're in the chase or if you was leading when you was coming down that last roundabout, I was looking up going, oh, right, mate. It's awesome, like seeing all those people. It's a bit of a controversial one, isn't it, Buxton? But it was my favourite round.
But this is I don't know when you look at a lot of the BDC stuff that's been posted, there seems to be quite a few people saying you don't need to go back to Buxton. It's all a bit shit, this, that, and other.
Yeah.
But every single driver we've been speaking to has been like, it was the best round.
It's got to be the last, hasn't it? Like, it's got to be the last, unfortunately. You know, like
it'll always be controversial. Like, you'll always have, but it's the same with anyone. Like, some people go to Silverstone and go, that is the best track in the world but as like me personally as a driver, I think it's a bit shit.
It's hard to keep with any, like, you do one tiny different and then all of a sudden it's called like 10 car lengths on you and like
there's nothing you can do.
But it's not just that. Do you not just think it's like fast, left, right, you're done. In like 2 laps, your tyres are gone. You got that?
We're not used to that speed of tracks. We're all used to like tight technical tracks. Silverstone's like a sort of like an FD sort of style track. If you're not
I think
going.
I think the thing is, Silverstone, it isn't hard. Like, literally, I think anybody who can drift a little bit could go and do Silverstone.
Yeah.
Oh, then, yeah.
Well, it's not hard. Like, I don't know. I just
there's a time and a place for both. I don't want anyone to think that I'm gonna make Buxton be 6 rounds a year and it's gonna just be banger tracks all the time, because it's definitely not. It needs variety. But I'll argue with anybody that you can create a savage event at places like Buxton where the drivers and the fans can absolutely love it, and you can do so much more with it. Like,
Oh yeah, like I'd always go to Silverstone because it's a big. They're always big events and it's good for your sponsors and stuff like that. But as my personal preference, I'd rather drive Buxton than Silverstone.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're right there. I was about to say that, Adam, like about sponsors and whatnot. It does give off that perception. You hear Buxton, and as you said, banger tracks, and you're like, that the right thing. Championship, not that I blew what I'm talking about, but you know, the event was amazing. Everybody who was there loved it. Like you say, I think if you got the variety, a bit of stuff for everybody, and that obviously sets the drivers out, doesn't it, as well? If you've got the variety, if you just have one thing, you're just going to get one person at the top all the time. But if you've got that variety, like, some people are good at, like, you know, small technical tracks, some people are better at the faster speed. You know, there's all that sort of stuff.
it can improve the drivers as well. That's the thing. It pushes everybody.
Definitely. Like I said earlier on, if I didn't drive wheels in my competition car before I went to book, stood a chance. And you've got to do it. And those walls are there. Like, you've got to get that fear out of your head, ain't you? And all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I think it's mega. I know there's a lot of. I had my reservations before, just like you were saying. I was thinking, I'll do it. You know, support the championship. It'll be what it'll be. But in the end, it was mega. Like,
it's the same. It's the one where you get. I've had the most complaints about it, saying why that, you know, people genuinely like, what the hell are you doing taking the British Drift Championship to Buxton? But I've also had the most positive comments saying it was the best thing you ever did taking it to Buxton. And
so where do you go with that? What do you do?
Yeah,
it's variety, isn't it? So it's like I say, I would never go back there and have. It weren't going to be there this year. The intention wasn't to be there every year. It was just due to another track letting me down that we thought, well, it worked. We'll give it another shot and we can improve it. The harder thing this year is that, well, last year everyone said it would be shit. So it's easy to make something good if people turn up expecting it to be shit. Yeah. But now everyone's going to turn up at Buxton going, it's going to be amazing.
Savage.
So I've got to really like up the game, which that's fine. I can do that. That's not a problem.
I think if you cleared the infield, like, so there weren't any scrap metal out on there.
Yeah. There's a lot.
What I can gather, so long as they cleared the scrap metal out of the infield and you painted the walls, then all the people who would be moaning would actually be happy.
And just use the jump.
Yeah.
Would you do the jump, Martyn?
I'll give a jump a go, yeah.
Could you put a jump in a track somewhere?
Did you see the one? I think it's Tullyron where Kev Quinn does the runs, and they've got this it's like a little adjustable thing.
What they do on that banger day?
Yeah.
You're joking.
It literally, it's adjustable in the floor, so it can literally be flat, or it could be, I don't know how high it goes, but I think that'd be cool. And From the tower, it'd look good.
Not feeling enough, but see my car being written off in about 2 seconds.
Right, we've been going for an hour and 20 minutes now, boys.
Oh,
I think we've been chatting enough shit, so we're going to have to call it a day. It was good speaking to you both, and I'm sure we'll see you at round 1.
Yeah, definitely.
Whenever that is.
We're getting it.
Oh, they're all having it?
Yeah.
So, see you in a bit, boys.
See you
See you later, kids. See you in a bit, boys.
See you in a bit.